What's going on, duelists? It's your boy Nick, bringing you today on the channel a live duel video between the Dinomorphia deck list that I uploaded on my channel recently and the Invoked Generator list, which I just did a combo tutorial and test hand for yesterday at time of recording. For those of you new to the channel, welcome. My name is Nick. We do Yu-Gi-Oh! Content mainly focused around rogue and casual decks alike. If that is the kind of Yu-Gi-Oh! That you're interested in, then I highly encourage you to subscribe to the channel. We're working our way to 1,500 subs, and we need your help to get there. We just hit that 1,100 subscriber benchmark, and we can't get there without your help. If you like the more off-the-wall, roguish style of Yu-Gi-Oh!, then this channel is definitely for you, and I have a lot of content, through the backlog that you guys can reference. But with that being said, and the intro out of the way, this is going to be a full match, best of 3. Each game will be its own video, just for formatting reasons, and I think a lot of people end up liking that because they can kind of watch the video in sections as opposed to having like a whole hour-long match. But yeah, we've already pile shuffled. I'm going to be piloting the Dinomorphia list, and my good friend here will be piloting the Generaider Invoked list. Outside of that, we are going to get the show on the road. Like I said, this will be a best of 3 match, and we'll see who comes out victorious. So with that being said, I'm going to offer the opponent the cut. We will go ahead and roll our die and determine who goes first. We'll do high roll.
Yep.
That is a 9.
9.
Also a 9. Okay, alright. That is a 11. That is a 6.
Alright.
I will choose to go first.
Alright, man.
Good luck, duelist. Like I said, for you guys just joining us here, this is a live duel video. Dinomorphia going against Generaider Invoked. Dinomorphia is going first, so we will be seeing what happens in this best of 3 match. Good luck to you, duelist.
Good luck, man.
Let me know when you're ready to get started.
I am ready.
Okay. Draw standby main.
Yep.
Alright, I'm going to lead things off with a Pot of Duality. This allows me to excavate the top 3 cards of my deck, and then I add one of the excavated cards to my hand. After that, I shuffle the rest back into the deck, and then I cannot special summon during the turn I use this.
Sure.
So I will go ahead and excavate 3. So a Pot of Duality, a Wannabe, and a Dinomorphia Intact.
Okay.
Let me see what I want. I think we're going to go ahead and grab the Intact. And we'll shuffle these back into the deck. Duality is such a great card for more like slow rolly control focus decks. I know Duality doesn't see much play now, I think, except for like Fluunderies uses it probably. But it's still a great card, honestly. Really iconic spell. I remember back in the day when that card was like well over $100 upon its initial release. Anything on resolution for me? No? Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and set 1, set 2, set 3, set 4, set 5.
Okay.
Set my entire hand, and I will pass.
Alright. Drawing?
Yes. Thinking and draw phase?
Yep.
I will activate Soul the Supreme King, paying half my life for cost. This will allow me to special summon a Supreme King Zark from my extra deck, however, ignoring summoning conditions, but negate its effects, and it will be returned to the extra deck during the end phase of the next turn.
Okay.
Any response to me trying to summon out a Zark?
No, you're fine.
Okay, I've already paid my cost, which is half. This is a really cool tech card for Dinomorphia, because it just halves their life, which is something that Dinomorphia naturally wants, and it allows us to summon out a Supreme King Zark for free, ignoring conditions. Yes, it's negated, but it is still a 4,000 body, and the trap card in the graveyard, if the opponent activates a spell or spell effect, I can banish the trap from grave and a Zark I control, to then special summon from my hand, deck, extra deck, and or graveyard a Pendulum Dragon, Xyz Dragon, Synchro Dragon, and or a Fusion Dragon, which is obviously really cracked. So it kind of makes my opponent second guess as to whether or not they want to use spells while I control the Zark. Keep in mind the Zark will go back to my extra deck at the end phase of the next turn, so it's something that the opponent just naturally has to be conscious of.
Okay. That was in standby? Or was it?
That was in your draw phase.
Alright, standby.
Standby is good.
Main.
Yep, main is fine.
I'm going to go ahead and... normal summon Lobster.
Normal summon Lopter. Does he do anything on summon?
On summon he doesn't.
Okay. So no on summon effect?
No. But if I wanted to, he's a quick effect where during the main phase I can tribute one generator monster or himself.
Okay.
And special summon a generator from deck.
Interesting. Thinking on the summon. I will activate Dinomorphia Frenzy in response to the summon of Lopter. Frenzy, I'll pay half my life for cost.
Okay.
And unless you have a response, this will let me fusion summon a Dinomorphia monster from my extra deck using only one monster from my deck and one monster from my extra deck as material.
I do have a response.
Okay.
I'll chain Lopter.
Chain the Lopter.
Tributing himself.
Tributing himself. Thinking on that? I think we're okay. I got nothing. So Lopter will resolve because the chain resolves backwards.
Okay.
So he tributes himself. So kind of like a Lone Fire Blossom in a way. He'll tribute any generator or himself and then special a generator from deck. That's pretty cool.
Special Vala.
Special Vala. Interesting. Put it this way so the camera catches it better.
And
Vala does have a summon effect, but
yes.
it's a trigger, so Frenzy will resolve before Vala gets the chance to activate. So
That's fine.
let me go ahead and resolve my Frenzy. Let's see here. What's in my group? Nothing. Send a Theresia from the deck to the graveyard. And then I will send from my extra deck to the graveyard a copy of Dinomorphia Stealth Bergia. And that will allow me to summon out a Kentragina from my extra deck. Okay. Now we're back to an open game state. So Vala, what does Vala do for anybody who is unfamiliar with how Generator works?
When Vala is special summoned, or normal summoned.
Okay.
If this card is special summoned, excuse me, I can special summon one generator monster from my hand or graveyard.
Okay, so upon her special, she just specials another generator from hand or grave?
Yep.
Interesting. Also, I know I didn't mention this at the start of the video, but I'll leave links in the description down below for each deck profile for the generator deck and the Dinomorphia deck. So if you guys want to check out the profiles for these lists that we're piloting, feel free to do so. Like I said, these decks are really, really strong and they're very fun to play. So I'll leave the links in the description down below. Will you be activating Vala?
Yes.
Thinking on the activation. I will chain Kentragina, paying half my life for cost, and then banishing a normal Dinomorphia trap from my graveyard, which will be the Frenzy. Now, unless you have a response, what Kentragina is going to do is she will copy the effect of the trap that I banished, and Kentragina's effect becomes that trap's effect at activation.
Why do you make me do this, man? I have to respond to it, so I'm going to go ahead and activate Runic Flashing Fire.
Flashing Fire. What does that do?
It's got two effects. The effect I'm going to be using is targeting one special summon monster, so your Kentragina, and then it's going to destroy it. Then banish the top two cards of your opponent's deck.
So it doesn't negate.
No.
So then she'll still resolve. Thinking. I will chain out of the graveyard my trap card Soul of the Supreme King, since you're activating a spell.
Okay.
I will be banishing the Soul of the Supreme King and a Supreme King Zark I control for cost.
Mm-hmm.
And I will attempt to summon either a Pendulum Dragon, Xyz Dragon, Synchro Dragon, or Fusion Dragon from my hand, deck, graveyard, or extra deck.
Thank you. I'll go ahead and chain World Legacy Monstrosity, targeting the bottle. So it's going to let me special summon 2 level 9 monsters with different original type and attributes of the base up targeted monster.
Okay, so it's like an E-Telly for 2 more level 9s, and you're targeting Vala. Thinking. Yep. Chain Solemn Judgment. Paying half my life to negate the activation of your spell trap and destroy it.
That's fine.
Okay, so if the chain will resolve backwards, Solemn Judgment will negate and destroy that. Mm-hmm. My trap card, the Soul of the Supreme King, will resolve, summoning out in this case, a Synchro Dragon from my extra deck. So I will go ahead and summon out a Crystal Clearwing Synchro Dragon.
Okay.
Then Flashing Fire resolves, destroying the Ketragina, and then banishing 2 off the top of my deck.
2, yep.
Face up, right?
Yep.
Okay, 1, 2, and then Ketragina will resolve, because unfortunately that doesn't negate, so I will still be copying Frenzy's effect to Fusion Summon. So we'll go ahead and send... Interesting chain link there. What was that, like chain link 5? 4?
Something like that.
Pretty wild. And then we'll send a... So for those of you confused as to what's going on, I activated Ketragina's effect on field to copy Frenzy and duplicate its effect. He responded by destroying the Ketragina, but it doesn't negate, so she'll still resolve, which is how I'm able to summon the Rexstrom, because I copied the effect of Frenzy to fuse. So now we have a Rexstrom on field. And this all started because you activated Vala?
Right.
Okay, so Vala will resolve now. Summoning a generator from hand or graveyard.
Rardell's effect doesn't trigger.
No, because now that I have the Rexstrom on board, monsters you control who have more attack than what my current life points are,
right,
cannot activate their effects. So, but what will happen is I will be using Ketragina's graveyard effect now that the chain has resolved. Ketragina states, if this card is destroyed by battle or card effect, I can special summon a level 4 or lower Dinomorphia monster from grave. Do you have a response to that?
No.
Okay. I will be summoning out a Theresia from my graveyard, and I will activate the effect of Theresia to set a Dinomorphia trap for my deck.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and set a copy of Dinomorphia Sonic. And then Theresia will gain 500 attack at resolution, because if she uses that effect to set a trap, and my life is 2,000 or less, she'll gain 500 attack. So we'll just put a dice on her to represent that. Okay. Plot thickens. So I have a Rexstrom on board, and my life is currently 500, which means any monster that you summon that has 500 or more attack cannot use its effects. So it's basically a pseudo skill drain of sorts. Okay. Remember, you're skipping your battle phase.
Yes.
Or your next. You do have to enter the phase, though.
Yeah.
Just remember that too. Yeah. For those of you that don't know, weird ruling on the runic cards. From what I understand, in order for your battle phase to be skipped, you do have to attempt to enter the phase. You guys can let me know in the comments if that's incorrect or not, but that's what I was told by a judge. The phase does have to be entered in order for the phase to be skipped. So like I said, let me know what you guys think, if that ruling is true or not. But that's what I was told, and that's how we're going to play it here.
I'm going to go and use Revolution Synchron's effect to synchro, using himself and a generator on the field.
I don't, he does, but you can't do that because you can only make a 7.
Oh, sorry, level 7 right here. Excuse me. Oops, this play.
No worries. You can normal summon the Rev Synchron because you, or no, you normal Lobster.
No, I normal Lobster. That's fine. Alright.
Yeah.
Enter battle.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
And then it gets skipped.
Yeah, it gets skipped. Main phase 2.
Sure.
You gonna go ahead and overlay?
Sure.
Leaveson.
Leaveton. Okay. So she has a continuous effect where all monsters I control lose 1,000.
Correct.
It's not activated, so Restrum
Oh,
has
actually, sorry.
put her defense.
Yep.
That's fine.
And then I'll set.
Set.
Then I'll pass forward.
Thinking and end phase.
Okay.
I'm going to activate Ferret Flames. If the combined attack of all face-up monsters your opponent controls is higher than my life, which unfortunately for you it is, she's 2,500 attack and my life's only 500, make your opponent shuffle face-up monsters they control into the deck, their choice, except monsters with 0 attack, so that the combined attack of any remaining monsters they control becomes less than or equal to my life. So in other words, this is forcing my opponent to shuffle monsters they control into the deck, unless they can make it so that the monsters they control have less attack than what I have, but since that's not the case, he has to shuffle everything he has. Because my life is just... There's no way he can keep a monster that has less than 500 attack. So, Ferret Flames does do a job well done there. And I will draw for turn.
Go ahead. Undraw.
Okay.
I'll activate Generator Boss Fight. It's gonna let me activate a Generator Boss field spell directly from the back of graveyard.
I will chain Crystal Clearwing to negate and destroy. Okay. Draw, standby main. I will put my Theresia into attack position.
Yep.
And enter battle phase.
Go for it.
3,000. And 2,000 off Theresia for game. Because she gained 500 attack when she set the trap because my life was less than 2 grand. And that's no TK, ladies and gents. So it looks like Dinomorphia is taking game 1 here of this live duel between Generaider. Really interesting line of play that you went down. Wasn't expecting you to have the monstrosity or the runic spell. That was actually kind of nice. Unfortunately, though, I did have Judgment. Judgment pretty much ended that whole chain. But I liked what you were trying to do. It's you also had the Rev Synchron, which...
Yeah, I forgot it was...
Yeah, you can only use it from hand if you're trying to go for a level 7 or an 8 synchro. I know what you're trying to do, but it wasn't possible. But it is what it is. So like I said, Dinomorphia takes game 1 in this live duel. Links in the description down below for the deck profiles that we're both piloting here. And there will be a link in the description below for game 2 of this live duel and game 3 if there winds up being one. So with that being said, guys, I will catch you in game 2 of the live duel. This is Nick, hitting that end phase. Peace.